Welcome to scuff.com. Oh, I gotta put this in the thing. Yeah, shit has been better. Honestly, we've had better showings, but it's gonna be a stream. We're gonna do some feedback. I'm so sorry that my microphone sounds this ass, but I just can't seem to find a mic today to borrow. So it is what it is. Thing is, somebody like offered me to borrow this. The problem is if I listen on this, my feedback is gonna be ass. So I would rather have shitty mic quality and decent feedback than shitty feedback and mic quality, you know? It just is what it is. Alright. Let's go. Where is it? See if I can mute myself though during the playback. Okay. With that being said, I think it's cool. I like its future bounce. I think he did a solid job as far as all the sound design is concerned. The mix is fine. Like it's a fine mix. For me, the only real issue I had as a whole was the my pen fell down. There's too much starting and stopping. Like you have this in the beginning. That's all fine, and then we get to here. And then already here we're like doing all of this, like, it's like this. I'm not even sure exactly specifically where it is. There's like one. This is cool as well, this transition, but to me it's a little bit too much. But maybe it's just a future bounce thing. I don't know. Maybe I just don't listen to this. But like this constant like faking out or like doing these turnarounds, it's cool in Complextro, but I feel like for this flow it's too frequent, and I would have just preferred if it kept going with the energy, because you interrupt yourself too much and then it just kind of breaks up the whole tune in a way that I don't really like that much. Is my audio quality at least hearable? Like, let me at least, I don't know if turning it up makes it any better. If anything, that's worse, but like, I don't know, man. I don't know. KLB, you gotta let me know if the audio quality is unhearable. Yeah, you're good. I don't know about good, but... Alright, with that being said, I guess we can go on to the next tune. Oh, Stripes and More are. I want it all. Amazing. Thank you, SoundCloud. I'm gonna mute myself now.
I just want it all. Treasures new and old. My dreams to unfold. I want it all.
Hey, this is cool, bro. I think this is the most 2015 Future Bounce vocal I've ever heard in recent history. Like, as far as like Future Bounce vocals that sound like a specific period. Mi bombo clan. I think for this, like the drop is cool. I think you have a nice kick. You could maybe have more transient, specifically for the A part. But like for this section, the kick itself does a really good job at tying these bits together. You could have more transient on there, just like a extra one if you want, or maybe you don't. Not sure. This is fine. Like, there's nothing in here that's like, I'm like, whoa, this needs to change. That's fine. I think for me, it's really the second breakdown. I think your kick and snare here are pretty weak. They feel really like cardboardy. The bass as well just isn't really bassing. It's kind of too far back. It's I don't know. It's quite underwhelming. And the vocal is like really present, which just makes the other elements just feel kind of even more like meh than they are. And I think I like that you have this. You may want to pan that though, and not leave it in the middle, because it'll compete with the vocal. It's not too big of a problem right now because it's so quiet that it's already out of the way of the vocal. But if you just pan it a little bit to the left, and then maybe have your hi-hats pan to the right, you'll already do a decent job of like spreading out the mix stereo-wise and getting your elements out of the way of each other. The hats are also too loud, but that's partially just because the kick, snare, and bass are kind of too underplayed. I would definitely consider adding like a bigger bass sound to this, or just turning up what you have. Yeah, I'm not sure. Other than that, it then becomes very big creative decisions of like, do you want to fill up this section more? Do you want to do more stuff with it? Like, that's not stuff that I can like personally recommend for you. Like, oh, definitely like add this element or add that element. You gotta figure out what direction you want to go. If you want to keep up this like tropical vibe, or if you want to leave it in more of like this indie feel for the section at least. Like I said, I can't really tell you what that's supposed to be. Is the gate being annoying, or is it alright? I can't really tell. Discontent says bring in that last choppy part as like a B section sooner. Oh, fair enough. Yeah, that's a true statement right there. You can definitely bring in the choppy bit as more of a B part instead of like an AAAC B type of, or AAAB. You do more of an ABAB arrangement, even if it is kind of like we've done this before, like everybody's done ABAB. Still worth it. All right, next up, Kelly B. Let's go. Another idea in the works. Any feedback would be amazing. Let's go. Whoa, nice start. This reminds me of fucking what's his name? Is it Maze? He loves these type of rhythms. It's like blah 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 blah. Blah. He loves going crazy with these. I think I've kind of identified a pattern in your stuff, which is you have amazing drops, and with the breaks you get kind of lost. And so I feel like what you end up doing is you just make a drop, and then you kind of go backwards, where you're like, because pretty much every single melodic tune you've sent me has the same pattern where it's like we have a little bit of an intro, it goes on 15 seconds, and then changes again 15 seconds later, and it's like, to me, I feel it's very, very linear, and there's not a lot of like exponentiality. There's not like a surprise in there, or a twist, or a real distinct direction other than like we are approaching a drop slowly and surely. I think this intro is good. It's mostly here where I have issues with it. It doesn't really have a direction or an energy to it, and this is something that you can really easily add. Like, it just needs like some more world building to feel like there's a story you're telling here, and it's not just like progressing. Because honestly, for this type of tune, you could almost go from here. You could almost do a sneak drop, almost. It's still a little too big of an energy jump, but I do think you would get so much out of just experimenting more with your arrangement and like trying out different stuff in your break and doing stuff you haven't done before. I love that synth, but yeah, it's crazy. Monster Cat, 100%. Maze, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, Monster Cat for sure. It's so high quality, man. Your drops just have this god tier sound design now. You know what? Honestly, I feel like at some point I gotta send you something to collab on, because I'd love to do something break-wise under one of these drops. But I just have to have time to spare to do one of those. But I let me know if it's something you're interested in. Because yeah, cool. At some point I will DM you. Might not be now, might be in a few months, but we'll do something. Okay, bet. I think that's really it. It's like arrangement stuff. Complete the arrangement as well. I swear it'll help. Iridescence, Haze and Tame, let's go. Oh, this is out. So let's take a listen to it. Birthday, haha. Happy birthday. Very nice. And there it is. Super cool. Well done. Thank you. I really can do without the capital One ad. I think my main feedback is just that at 140 it felt kind of slow. Once I got to here, it was like, it felt a little too slow for me. I was like, I kind of was waiting for something. Especially here, I was like, okay, something has to happen, and it did. But I just wonder if there's like a way to have like a little bit more dynamics in that section to like really quiet it down more and focus on like the elements you do have. I don't know. Maybe I'm tweaking, but it's a super cool tune. Happy birthday, and thank you very much for sharing. Like it's super awesome. Crazy work. Yeah, the progress that Hayes has made, crazy. All right, next up, Alex Martin and Lessie Restart Mara remix. Going to get copyrighted.
You can set my heart and now we started. Take me downtown, cause tonight I'm going back to life. I can no doubt, can say loud, I never felt the vibe. They say we're too young, so leave the way we are. But I can't get enough of your body in my arms. Cause you're the only one, babe. You're the only one, my darling. You can leave me out, you can leave me out, babe. You can set my heart and now we started. So I will go back to where I used to be. Cause
that's ambitious. I rate that.
You can stop my heart and now we started.
Hell yeah. I think this is super well done. Overall, I like the direction you're going with this. Kind of got this like Daria, like hyper digicore whole vibe to it. I think for me, there's two things. Like one, the vocal is so fast. I feel like the bit crushing is kind of too much.
Say loud, I never felt the vibe. I'm going back to life. I can no doubt. Say loud, I never felt the vibe.
It's not even the bit crushing on the vocal. It's just like all the stuff in the background. Just like I don't know. It becomes very crispy for me, and it's kind of jarring at the beginning. Take me downtown. So the strategy you could do is either bit crush it even harder in the beginning and then let it come out, or you just in general bit crush it less. I kind of like the idea though of having the vocals start out really bit crushed, with even some extra effects on there, like some distortion, some phasing, and then opening up to not be like that. The other thing is the chord textures. I think everything else is like cool. You've got all these like cool little turnarounds and in between sounds, and those are all great. But the chord textures do get a little. The chords themselves get kind of repetitive. Like it's. So the thing is, like, you can go through multiple points and it's just the same chord sound. So I would either make some automations for the chords that change up just the overall texture. It doesn't need to change dramatically, but just a little bit, so you have like 2 or 3 slight variations of the main chord sound will make a huge difference overall in the song, because you'll just have this feeling like it's changing even more, and you'll get like to subtly place the whole tune and the whole drop in a different vibe, a different nuance. Or if you don't want to do automations, you can just do layers. So add like 1 or 2 layers that swap between each other. I've done that before in tunes and it's super nice. You have more phase issues than if you just change your main sound. If you already have a couple layers though, you can even just automate some of those to do cool stuff. You can have one change waveforms, or literally there's a gazillion, million, bajillion different ways to do cool sound design. Just pick 2 or 3 things and do them decently, and that'll already be plenty. Alright, I don't even know. Me neither, man. I don't know either. Alright, let's go. Sign in or create an account. Yo, what's up, Martin? Send us something. Sorry my mic is so sketchy. We send us 2 things this guy. This is great. I love this organic style you've got. I think my pieces of feedback are like, one, I'm assuming this is just like a very, very new demo, but that vibrating thing is a little too consistent for me. I'd love a bit of a break from it before it just kind of goes on in perpetuity, because like a full minute and some odd of that is, for me, a little much. Like, okay, nah, I want to stop vibrating. The other thing is that you've got quite a few perks in here that could be just panned, like, 21 to the left, or 10 to the right. Like, not a lot, just a little bit to give more of a expansive stereo feel without needing to change much. Literally just pan a couple of those samples and go. If you don't want to, don't do it, but since you've already got quite a few perks in there, it's, I think, a good shout. I love it. That's super cool. But yeah, I think you just gotta, at some point, arrangement wise, swap into some other type of thing, and I would say it's really easy to go from this to just let that belly type of sound that comes in here, let that be on its own, and use that as the bridge into whatever the next section is. Because you can really just do a quick fill, drop all the other sounds, kind of let everything hang, and then move into the next part of the arrangement. And it's kind of got like not fake out vibes, but like I think it would be a very smooth way, especially if you have a couple of like automated or like delayed sounds with cool little effects or automations on them. It'll be great. Super fun way to switch. Ooh, this is a crazy cover. Need some time. Did you also make this one in the back of an Uber? Need to know. Alright. Then Martin, let's hear it, bro. Super cool. I would say for me, like the vibe of this is cool. I'd be curious to know like what's a spice sample and what's not, but it doesn't really matter. Generally, good, cool tune. The things that stood out to me is like one, I think the clap's kind of too punchy and too. I would say getting a softer clap might be better. So I would try just a couple of different clap sounds that are. It doesn't need to be crazy different softer. It doesn't need to be crazy different than what it is. I just think something that's a little bit softer and still punchy. But yeah, a little bit softer will complement the other sounds a bit more. The other thing I noticed is like especially here. It starts to feel rather repetitive, and here it needs some atmospheric, like some soft plucks or something to just like spice up the background. You don't need like completely entirely new layers, just like 2 or 3 notes that come every 4 bars, and 2 or 3 layers of that, and you've kind of got a cool, a much deeper thing to work with. You can even try adding like a new layer of drums. It just needs a couple extra things to spice it up, kind of like when Mr. Hans Clare here is going this like that style of like all the rest of the stuff is still happening, but you need like a xylophone or whatever that's going doo doo doo, like a da da, like whatever it's gonna be, just extra. Hopefully that makes sense. Thanks. Just vocals and chops and some ambiences or samples. Yeah, bro, good job, man. And saying that they're carrying. He's doing a good job. All right, let's take a listen to the next one, because after that I do be making my way out. Prime, Locked Up, Falling. Time for one more or not? Yeah, send me another one. Send it. Okay, my main thoughts on this is like super great. Groove vibe. The idea itself is awesome. I think there's a little too much highs on the lead. Like sometimes it really hits that like buzzing like 18, 19k. And I'm assuming that's just where the cutoff is. For me, it's a little bit too much, and there I might just say, like, don't even change the cutoff filter or the way it's working, but just at the very end, maybe, like, either high shelf or high cut, really bad, but you can even just high shelf a little bit, like 15k and up or 14k and up, and that'll already just help like soften it out a bit. That's personally how I would do it. The other thing is like, I think one of the things you could do to make your groove a bit deeper is to layer your claps. So just like have a clap sweetener, basically like every fourth clap, or like even have them alternating. It just adds a lot when every fourth clap is like a little bit different. It has a slightly different texture. And it might not be something you hear, but it's definitely something you feel. And it just makes the whole thing more exciting. I think one of the things I've learned about drums is it's not about doing too much, but getting like small things that like kind of pull you in a different way. Where like, oh, that was new. And like, oh, that was new, or that's in slightly different timing, or it feels a little bit different, has a slightly different groove. So it's always a little bit exciting in some way, shape, or form without it being overwhelming, without it being distracting. Just like, oh, that was cool. And oh, nice. Just enjoy the groove and yet still appreciate cool small details. Hopefully my gate making it, but I think it's fine. Just fine. There was one other thing. Oh, the biggest thing as well is this fake out. It's like, honestly, I think here you're in to me it's an awkward space. Thanks, we'll definitely give it a try. Bet. I think here you're in an awkward space where it's like, to me, this like 2-bar holding thing. The drums come in an awkward place. I think if you're gonna do this, either you need to add the kick in already, or just drop the drums in completely. And then here have the, or you do the bum 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 bum, and then where you have the drums actually coming in, add the kick and hats, or the clap and the hats. But here it just feels, to me it feels like it feels awkward. I'm ready for the drums to come in on the kick to come in on the one, and it doesn't. So it kind of creates this like slight disappointment that then you carry with you into the remainder of the drop, where you're like, I kind of was ready for it to hit at a certain place and now it didn't. So I would just bring up the kick so that it hits at the end. You can even like cut off the kick if you want, so it's more of this like boom, 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 but at least it has the energy and it's got this like easing effect where you're like, oh, okay, it's coming, it's coming, it's coming, instead of it being like, oh, okay, it didn't really come when I was expecting it to. That's what I thought, and I think you can even add like a couple of extra effects in here, like something in the low end, some like boom, or whatever makes sense, like a little impact, something to carry it over. But if you do the kick, you don't really need that. You can keep it very clean. Okay. I always struggle getting the most of my drums to hit without doing too much. I actually played around with that, then deleted the kick in it in that bit, so I'm gonna add it back for sure. Yeah, I think it just will make more sense. For me as a listener, I was like expecting that, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be super cool, and then it didn't happen. I was like, ah, shit. Damn. But really cool tunes, Ben. I really enjoy your stuff. Sirens don't sing. This is gonna be interesting. Alright, last one of the day. Let's go. Better sign in or create an account. Well, SoundCloud is gonna find you.
Find a feeling better if it's indescribable. On the ceiling of a random house in Idaho. Am I dreaming? What a shame. See you back at home, kid.
This is definitely weird. I like it.
Pretty sweet and bitter. Say the love is kinda serious. Reconsider. Nothing else could get you feeling this. Beg to differ in my personal experience. People don't tell. Sirens don't sing. Dancing with a stranger in a blue dress. Maybe to the weekend, I was just friends. Write another message and I'll let it send. Write another song and put it with the rest. Give it to me, the illusion of a choice. Give it to me, 20 seconds of your voice. You and all your friends in yellow corduroy. Double faces on the pretty silver coins.
Okay. I love where this is going. My immediate thought was like, this feels like the demo for like an Arcane tune. It has this like grunginess and interest factor to it that gives me that vibe. So it's a really, really good place to start. I think you might want to lean into a bit more of that like distorted guitar feel, because it feels like it's missing power and like direction. Not even direction, but like that lead factor of like the thing that you can follow and appreciate everything else from that safe space. Yeah, I'm kind of. There's like a lot of other sounds here, but I kind of need that distortion, that power. You have this thing. I wonder if it's a matter of just making that more crunchy and potent, or if it needs the bass to actually feel more electric-y. I'm not sure, but otherwise everything else is really cool. I love the vocal style. It's super weird, and like you get into this part. It is just grungy and awesome and weird. I love it. Just throwing stuff out and seeing what I like at this point. Yeah, I mean, this is super cool, bro. You're doing so much here. I love it. I really, really love it. I love it. Brilliant. Fantastic. Bumbleclot. Alright. I think that's really it for me. I'm very happy you all came out to the stream. Pardon the scuffed mic. Won't be forever. I'll be away for a couple weeks. Maybe in that time I'll figure out a mic situation, or if not, then we're stuck with this. But yeah, I will be hopefully able to stream again next week. We'll see exactly what happens with that, but it should be same time, noon here on the East Coast. So yeah, with that being said, hope you all have a fantastic night. Thanks for feedback anytime, man. We're gonna remind you of Superorganism. Discontent, you got a new reference for. New reference. Alright. Goodbye, everybody.